Hello. Interesting day today. I had my first in-person appointment with the nurse practitioner that's currently providing me my medication. So that was interesting. Lee, part of me wants to complain about the fact that I sat there for 45 minutes before someone actually let the doctor know that I was there. Um, but another part of me, you know, is willing to let a good bit slide since I'm receiving this care for free. Um, and you get what you pay for. And to be fair, I kind of just walked in, silently signed in, and didn't really call attention to myself. And I think it was just one of those cases where everyone had assumed I'd talked to somebody else. You know, really, it wasn't that big a deal. I was there like 15 minutes early, so I really only sat there for about half an hour, and I feel like that's within accepted tolerances of waiting for a doctor anyway. um, Made some progress on getting my computer back up to speed. I can't get Windows Update to work to save my life, and I think it's because my internet right now is absolute garbage because we're right at the end of this data period. Though if the first day of the new period rolls around and I still can't get Windows Update to work, I'm going to start being concerned. But yeah, right now I think it's just really I think it's got a lot of data to sort through or whatever, and it's just not happy with what my internet is. I might have Lindsay bring hers over again. But did get Steam up and going this evening. Had to re-register Martin's account. And it's doing things now. I've never used the backup and restore games thing for Steam, so I just set it up to let it run overnight because the first time I started it, I messed with things to try and get things to go in a specific order, and I think that broke the flow, and it caused it to ignore um, the backup files and just start re-downloading the games. So this time I just booted it up and I'm just letting it do whatever it wants. That seems to be working just fine so far. Not that I can tell from here. But we'll see in the morning, won't we? Still fairly sure that my Switch dock is broken. But again, the only feature broken is unfortunately the one that I can't do anything. So the Switch dock does a couple of things that I could do without the dock. But the one big thing it does that I need the dock for, which is transmit signal to a TV, it's not doing. I can charge the dock directly. I can charge the Switch directly with the adapter. I have USB-C to USB to standard USB adapters in here that I could use to do charging of my Pro controller or anything I wanted to do USB, because that's another feature of the dock, USB ports. But yeah, the one unique thing that it does is the thing that it's not doing. So I'm gonna have to call Nintendo tomorrow, I guess. Not that I expect them to do anything. Well, I don't know. I really hope it is the dock and not my Switch. That would be upsetting. And even if it is the Switch, I don't think I'd want to upgrade to the OLED because I hardly ever play it in handheld mode. Maybe if I had more of a life, I would. But as is, well, I guess right now I'm playing it a lot in handheld mode because that's the only way I can play it. But I've always treated it very much like a home console. So the only real upgrade that the new Switch offers that I could actually use is I think it's got a much bigger internal hard drive for storage. I think the base one's like 16 gigabytes and the new one's like 64 or something like that. But like, even as nice as that would be, I don't need it. And the other thing is, I went looking and like from retailers, replacement docks are like $150, which is ridiculous to me. So maybe if it is just the dock, like, I'll be able to just send it in a Nintendo, they'll confirm it is that, and maybe replace it with a refurbished one for cheaper. I did start playing Red Dead 2 today. I borrowed it from my brother-in-law, which I'd been meaning to do for a while. But the other day I was over there helping them move a dresser, and I just brought it up, and he's like, yeah, here, borrow it. As far as, when I say brought it up, I just brought up that I've been meaning to play it. Because he was talking about Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I was like, yeah, I've heard. And I've heard good stuff about Valhalla, and it's probably the first one I've really been interested in since the last one I played start to finish was Revelations, I think. The last one of the Ezio games. It started with an R, but I can't remember exactly what the word was. Hey. But anyway, yeah, I started playing Red Dead 2 today. And I remember, like, I've heard in passing from a couple of different people, not specifically why, but that the first couple of hours is really slow. And yeah, it is. It really does set you up at an odd pace. But it's not a deal breaker, I don't think. It's easy enough to get through, but it does set everything up in an odd tone that I won't really get into, even though it's an older game. But I am enjoying it so far. Even though the last thing I did tonight was hold the wrong shoulder button. So to interact with like shopkeepers and stuff. You hold down L2, and then you get a small menu of like sell, converse, that kind of thing. It's basically L2 is the lock on button, and to interact with anything, you lock onto it. Well, I pressed R2, which meant that in rapid succession, my character whipped out his revolver and shot the guy right in the stomach. It scared me more than I think it scared the guy I killed. And I panicked. I panic quit so hard because it was just a traitor. I didn't want to kill. I held the wrong button down. I was just going to look at some other stuff he had. And I accidentally held down the fucking fire button. So that's... Hopefully... I don't think I gave the game time to autosave. Christ. Anyway. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I will catch you all tomorrow.